Welcome back to the Not Carrie Bradshaw YouTube channel. In this video, I'm recapping episode 5 of First Wives Club. This episode was so fun. It also really made me kind of nostalgic for parties and people. Yeah, but it was a fun episode. So our three heroes are on a sprinter headed to a producer party, reality show. Basketball wife, homegirl Marcel is hooking Hazel up with this new producer named Beast to get her some beats and everything for her independent album. And it just so happens that Derek and Beast have beef from when Derek basically stole a bunch of money from Beast when he was working under him. And so now Beast is like the hot, young producer, a Mike Will made it, a London on the track, a Metro Boomin want some more. Anywho, so what the hell was Ari wearing? Even if this was like a business meeting like they told her it was, what was this outfit? When Hazel said that she looked like she was in an 80s antiperspirant commercial, accurate. What was that? Anywho, so again, y'all know I live and die for the looks on this show. I was absolutely living for Hazel's outfit. I want to wear that today, tomorrow, and all of my life. I love the hair. I loved everything about it. Bree is out here living her best life. We found out last episode that Gary is out here dating. So Bree is like, well, you take the kids this weekend. I'm out here, And I absolutely loved it. Bree is feeling her beat. Bree is out here, okay? So they arrive at this mansion for what is basically a Coachella party. There are llamas and they are confiscating phones. And they called for a wardrobe change for Ari. And thank God. But again, what was that outfit? She did look a little bit like a matador. So again, the party gets very Coachella. It gets a bit weird. They have like a yodeling white kid. Obviously, I don't think that was the actual yodeling white kid, but anywho. And then there is a Park Slope shaman. For those of y'all who don't know, Park Slope is a neighborhood in Brooklyn. So this man ain't went and studied no Eastern medicine nowhere outside of the continental U.S. He studied in Park Slope, probably on YouTube. And they are passing out what is basically peyote tea, and the girls get zooted. So in the midst of this, Hazel finds out from Marcel's friend Paris that Beast doesn't actually know that Hazel is coming here. And he's been in a meditative state all week, so he's not even seeing anybody right now. So Hazel's pissed, and this is why she decides to drink this peyote tea. And if y'all don't know, peyote is a hallucinogen. It's like a psychedelic drug that people take to intentionally induce like some sort of spiritual experience. I have not done it. I have no intention. That's not my ministry, but I don't judge anyone for whom it is. So the ladies have an evening. First of all, again, whoever does the casting for these shows, I hope that life is treating you well. I hope you're getting, I hope that you sleep well every night. I hope that you are properly hydrated. I hope that your skin and your hairline is flourishing. You are a gift to this nation, because I don't know if y'all watch Bigger on BET, but the guy who plays Wesley also plays Reggie. That's a fine man. He can come find me if he's also nice in addition to being fine. So Wesley is Ari's old flame from college. Wesley basically dropped out of law school, went to study abroad, and I'm guessing he's like a restaurateur or a business owner, but he's doing really well for himself. And man, it's just a beautiful black man. Oh my gosh. And Ari reveals that he basically took off and went abroad during her 3-month rule. You can tell that was some young shit. Child, please. you get a certain age, that just shouldn't even be a thing. But he, you know, knew the exact number of days that he left and, you know, whatever. And Bree, who has met Park Slope Shaman, is now decked out in her full Coachella garb, and this man is taking her on a spiritual experience, and she wants Ari to marry Wesley, so it's a whole thing. The fact that Ari fully threw up on him, child, that was a lot, because it really looked like actual vomit. I couldn't with that. But anywho, I think that Ari is one of those people who like had her life completely like planned out and went with what was the safer option, which is David. And we know that she's not happy with David. And Bree is like, girl, you are not really happy with David like that. Just go be with Wesley. Just, you know, jump his bones. So they're all stuck at this party anyway. Like, before the peyote kicked in, they all wanted to leave, but they couldn't because the buses that drove them, or the sprinters that drove them there, had gone. So this is basically an overnight party. So Paris circles back and tells Hazel that Beast will see her in the Great Hall. Now, I can't figure out if Hazel hallucinated this, or if this actually happened, but she goes and meets Beast. And guess who Beast is? Method Man, who been fine my whole life, and he gonna be fine his whole life, and I just cannot get enough of looking at that man's face. Oh my gosh. Anywho, he's this, you know, what we think of like a young producer with like the dyed hair and kind of like, you know, like anime style room and all this stuff like that. And he kind of confronts Hazel about like, you didn't step in to defend me at all, even though Derek was robbing me blind. And now you want my help because you're broke and because he screwed you over. And she's like, you know, he screwed me over too. Now I think the best revenge would be for us to partner up, take over the charts together. And he wants her to audition. And Hazel, once again, her ego kicks in. And she's like, listen, I've worked hard my whole life. If that's not enough for you to want to work with me, then fuck you. Like, we don't have to do this. And she leaves. Now, I'm all for, like, having your pride. But, like, he had a point. Just apologize and move forward. Like, do you want these beats or not? You know what I mean? Like, sure, you're a victim now. But had you not become a victim, you would have never said anything to this man and would have gone along like with your husband robbing him for the rest of your life. So he really don't owe you anything. So I thought that was kind of screwed up. But then turns out she went and got high with some unicorns in a barn. So I don't know if that actually happened, or was that her spiritual awakening hallucination. You guys drop down in the comments and let me know. But any excuse to look at Method Man, right? So Ari is changing clothes, and in comes Wesley to check on her. And, you know, they have this conversation, kind of like reminiscing, and she hallucinates or dreams that she had sex with Wesley. I think it was Jay-Z who said, cheat on your man, that's how you get his head. You know, I'm not a fan of cheating, but David is trash. So, and the shaman clocked every bit of the fact that, like, she ain't been getting no action. It was a mess. Anywho, my good sis Bree is feeling her beat. She's dancing. She's twirling. She's living the night away. Like we said, you know, like I said, she gets taken aside by Park Slope Shaman, and she hallucinates that she sees Gary. Now, she feels like she's in this really good place, and that Gary cheating on her was his journey, and that her forgiving him for doing that is her journey, until she hallucinates that she sees Gary at the party with this other woman. And they get into this argument, and she pushes him into a sword, and he dies. And I was like, well, this escalated quickly. And then it became very apparent to me that, oh, thank God, this is a hallucination. So all the ladies, you know, come to the next morning, and, you know, Ari has to help Bree realize that, like, she did not, in fact, kill her husband. She's not, in fact, covered in blood like she thought that she was. And, you know, they get on the bus and head back to civilization. And Ari gets a message from Wesley with a video of her you know, in her bra and, you know, just having like a good fun time, which she told him she doesn't really have with David anymore. And I just think it's funny how she was coming down on her daughter Megan for doing stuff on camera. And look at you getting high doing stuff on camera, just like your daughter. But girl, leave David. He's terrible. Leave David and run for office on like an independent ticket or like a women's, you know, something kind of ticket. Like, David is trash. He's using you and you deserve more. And Wesley fine. So I support it. Anywho, I love this episode. I'm excited to see what else is to come. I really look forward to a possible summer, possible end to the pandemic. I miss people. I miss parties. This didn't help. So drop down in the comments. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. Let me know if y'all are here for Wesley and Ari hooking up, because I am. And even though I'm not, you know, a proponent of cheating, I will not judge her for this one. So if you guys like what you saw here, become a patron of mine on my Patreon. The link is in the episode description. And be sure to subscribe to my channel and also share my video. Let's get the discussion going about this awesome show that not enough people are talking about for my liking. So I will see you guys soon for episode 6. Bye!